All right, in this video, I'm going to explain some of the things that you need to do for today's project. So today you are working on a car project that is going to model exponential decay, which is the last unit that we learned about in Algebra 1. I think it's a very easy project. It's going to be a major grade. So I'm leaving this assignment for you guys today so that it can help you bring up your grade if you're still trying to get to that semester of an 80 so that you can accept my final. It's required for everybody though. So even if you already have your 80, you still have to do this assignment. But like I said, it's very easy. It should help you increase your grade. So what you're gonna do, you should be logged into It's Learning. You're gonna go to my page. We're on Tuesday, which is day 155. And if you scroll down, it says complete this car project. You are going to click on that link right there. And it is going to take you to this assignment right here. So you are going to modify this slide presentation. And once you're done, I will be able to see everything that you've completed. So the first thing that you have to do is you are going to choose 6 cars from autotrader.com. And you must be able to tell me what make your car is, what model it is, the year, and the price. So just kind of to show you real fast, you're going to go to autotrader.com. You can select any make that you want, any model, and then you just scroll down, hit search, search. And then it'll give you pictures, prices of different cars. You are going to select 6 cars. You must copy an image. Doesn't have to be this one, it could be from another page, but you must copy an image of that car. You must tell me the year, make and model, and then the price. You are going to be putting that in your slides. So vehicle 1, you will delete this. So for example, let's say I choose a Nissan here. You choose what year it is, and you give me the price. I'm just making up numbers here, but you're looking at AutoTrader to get all that information, and you're going to make sure you have pictures for each slide. So you want a picture of the Nissan Frontier here. I know some students were struggling to copy an image in your Chromebook, so some of you guys might already know how to copy an image and paste it. If not, I Googled a way that you can do it. You can take a screenshot. So it would be, you would press Control, Shift, and the Windows key, which is this one right here. It's right above the 6 on your keyboard. You press all those 3 keys at the same time, and it is going to give you a selection window. So you will drag and select the part of your screen that you want to capture. You click on Capture Image, and then you just paste it onto your Google Slides. So you just go to your Google Slides and you do Control V, and it'll paste your image in there. So you're gonna do that for 6 cars. This should not take you more than 40 minutes, okay? Otherwise, you're not gonna finish the project. Do not waste so much time just picking cars. Should not take you more than 40 minutes to select 6 cars, put them all in your slides. Once you have all of that completed, once you select your 6 cars, on slide number 9, there's a question that you have to answer before you move on to the next step. So the question is, which car do you think will hold its value the longest? So all the cars that you chose, you just type your answer here. You don't have to give an explanation, just which one do you think would hold the value the longest? And then you'll be able to move on to the next part of the project. So the next part is that you are going to calculate your car's value using the formula that we learned for exponential functions. So A represents your initial car value, so the price that you get from AutoTrader. Minus, because the cars are going to be losing value, so we're using the minus sign. And then R represents the depreciation rate as a decimal. So to find that, on slide 11, I have a table. So if, for example, my car that I used in my example was a Nissan. So here it says Nissan, the yearly depreciation rate for a Nissan is 34%. And so you're going to be taking that information and you're going to be completing the table on slide 12. So here, for example, my first car that I chose was a Nissan Frontier. The cost of the car I'm just making up numbers here. And then you're getting your depreciation values from this table. The Nissan is 34%. So I'm gonna type here 34%. And it says right here, if your car is not on the list, then Google its yearly depreciation rate. So you could just Google, you will type in Google, for example, Honda's not in the list, Honda Civic depreciation rate, that's what you would type. And then you would find 37%, that's the depreciation rate. So you just Google it if it's not on the table. I think it's easier if you choose cars from the list, that way you don't struggle so much, but it's up to you. If you really like another car, then you could just Google what its depreciation rate is so that you can complete your table. So you should have a total of 6 cars, 6 different cars, the names in the first column, cost in the second row, sorry, depreciation rate in the third row. And then you're gonna start calculating how much your car is going to start decreasing in value. So I'm gonna show you just a quick example of how you would do that in case you need it. So I will take my initial value, which is in my example here is 45,000, and my depreciation rate is 34%. So here's the formula I was using. My initial value, the number that I get from the Auto Trader was 45,000. 1 minus, so I replaced that with the price. I replaced this with the depreciation percent, which was 34%. So at the decimal is 0.34. And then I want to know how much it's going to cost after 1 year. Then 3, 5, and 10. So in decimals, I would type my initial value, 45,000. 1 minus 0.34. And I want to know after 1 year. So raised to the power of 1, 27,000, 29,700. 29,700. And I want to know after 3 years, so I delete the 1. For 3, I am rounding to the nearest whole number, so 12,937. Next, I want to know for 5 years, so I delete it, put a 5, 5,635. And then I want to know after 10 years. So I delete the 5 and put a 10, 706. So I just made up my numbers. So 6. I made up my initial value, my depreciation rate, I got it from the table. So that's what you would do for all of your 6 cars. Once you have your table complete, you are going to create a table. And so this is the main part that I wanted to show you in this video. So gives you the instructions on slide 13 how to make your graph, but I also want to show you just in case you struggle with just reading the directions. So here, you should have your entire table completed before you do this. So once you have your entire table completed, you are going to highlight the entire table and you are going to copy. Then you're going to open a new tab. You're going to go to your Google Apps. It should be at the top right corner, and you're going to select the sheets. You're going to open a blank document. And then you are going to paste it here. So you should have all your information filled in, it should be pasted. But the thing you have to know here before you create your table, your graph, I'm sorry, is you have to delete this depreciation rate. So this row number 3, we're going to click on it. I'm going to go to where it says edit, and I'm going to delete row 3. And now I have my graph, and I will be able to graph this. So I'm going to select the entire table. Remember, you should have all your numbers filled in. You're going to select where it says insert and then chart. And it is going to create your table, your graph for all of your cars. I don't want a column chart, I want a line graph. So I'm going to change right here where it says chart type. I'm going to click here, I'm going to select, scroll down, and I'm going to select where it says line, the middle one. And it is going to create lines for you. Mine are dots because I don't have enough information, so let me show you that. I will just come up with random numbers. So you should have everything for it to work out. So insert chart, select the line one. And so it's gonna show you lines for all your graphs, for all your cars. You're gonna copy this, I'm gonna copy the table. You can do Control C to copy. And then you are going to paste your graph on slide number 14, which should be blank. Control V, click paste, and it is going to paste your graph. And once you have that, pretty much the hard part, all you have to do now is answer the questions that go along with this project. It's going to ask you which car depreciated the most after 10 years. Why do you think so? Which one depreciated the least in 10 years? Why do you think so? Did you accurately predict which car would hold its value the longest? What factors could affect the depreciation rate of a car? What could you do to maintain your car's value? So factors that could affect it would be maybe the miles that you've put into the car, the paint that you have in your car. Is it worn off? Is it bad painting? Have you had accidents in your car? So anything that could depreciate the rate of the value of a car. You're going to summarize what you've learned, and then you're going to answer the last question. Based on what you learned, would you buy a car based on only how it looks or based on the value that it will hold after many years? And so you're going to say why. So answer those questions. And once you're done, you don't have to do anything. You can just close this. It will automatically save. And I will be able to see everything that you've created. Again, if you finish this project early, work on Friday's assignment, which was to create a poster for Algebra 1. Also, if you have any questions, you can send me a message through Remind. That way I'll be able to answer you. Only through Remind though, I won't be available on my computer. So if you send me a message on Remind, it will go to my phone and I'll be able to answer you any questions that you have.